Design isn't just about function, it's all about how objects make us feel, how they bring meaning to even the simplest tasks. And no brand captures that balance between form and emotion quite as well as Alessi. From the sculpture elegance of Nendo to the playful energy of Stefano Giovannani, Alessi has worked with some of the most influential designers of the past century. Today we're going to go over 5 different Alessi objects, new and old, and go over their design philosophies and the functionality behind them. So without further ado, let's get started. So Alessi started out in 1921 in Italy, first starting out as a metal workshop, where they crafted simple and refined household objects. And over time, Alessi grew this family of local designers throughout Europe, building a whole collection of homeware, kitchen appliances, and fun everyday objects. Alessi's philosophy has always been about transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, not just through aesthetics per se, but through the way objects interact with us. So the first object we have today from Alessi is the Toru Kettle by Japanese design firm Nendo. Nendo is a Japanese-based design house formed in 2002 by head designer Oki Sato. Nendo's work always has a sense of quiet surprise, simple at first glance, but rich in detail when you look closer. And the Toru collection, in collaboration with Alessi, follows that same guideline. The name Toru actually means through in Japanese, a reference to how the handle pierces the body, creating an almost architectural presence. The object I have today is the Toru Kettle, one continuous form where the handle and spout become one. It's a piece of functional sculpture. So I've been using the Toru Kettle for the past few months or so, and every time I look at it, it's something that sparks joy whenever I use it. I really like the details of the handle and the switch for on and off of boiling the water, and the minimal branding throughout the design. So the next item we have is the Lilliput salt and pepper set by designer Stefano Giovannani. If Nendo brings elegance and minimalist design, Stefano Giovannani brings play. His design turns the mundane into something joyful, inviting interaction, humor, and a sense of fun. And then there's this, the Lilliput magnetic salt and pepper shaker that can be arranged in different ways. So it's basically these two characters, salt and pepper, that are magnetically attached onto this magnetic pole, creating a playful centerpiece throughout the whole object. Again, this follows the same philosophy of Alessi, where everyday objects are made into something that kind of sparks happiness and kind of brings a smile on your face whenever you're using them. So designer Stefano Giovannani once said, "A successful product is one that speaks to a wide range of people." And that's exactly what this work does. It's accessible, engaging, and has an infectious personality. So the next item I have is the Alessi Plisse milk frother. And like the title suggests, this is part of Alessi's Plisse collection. So the main inspiration behind Alessi's Plisse collection was through pleated fabrics in the fashion industry. And the designer behind the Plisse collection is Michel Delucci, and he's kind of a big deal in the design and art world. He was born in Italy in 1951 and first started gaining traction in the late 1970s, kind of right when design was getting more loud, playful, and more bold. And he was part of this design group called the Memphis Group, a talented group of designers and architects that kind of wanted to shake things up in the industrial design industry. It was a departure from the sleek and refined minimalism of the past and embraced more of this experimental art form. One thing I like about the Plisse collection is that whenever you have it set on a surface in your kitchen or anywhere, it kind of stands out from the rest of the appliances. Of course, right now I have the milk frother, but of course there is a kettle, there is a toaster, and a variety of kitchen appliances. The Plisse is a perfect statement piece where whenever people come over to your house, they'll always ask, where did you get that kettle or toaster from? So yeah, this is definitely one of the items I wanted to make sure to include in this video. So the next item we have is the Anna G Corkscrew. And what makes this so special is these are one of those staple products in Alessi's family of products that kind of made Alessi who they are today. So this corkscrew opener was produced in 1994 by iconic Italian designer Alessandro Mendini. And he's one of the most iconic industrial designers coming from Italy. His work heavily embodies the use of textures and colors and playfulness. And this is why Alessi's brand identity has heavily revolved around Mendini's work. So the energy corkscrew is very simple in application. So how this works is basically you set the energy corkscrew base on top of your wine bottle, and then you start screwing down the corkscrew inside of the cork. As you're screwing down the cork, the arms on the side kind of flaps out until it reaches the top point. So the flaps become this functional tool where you use the arms to pull out the cork from the wine bottle. This is a perfect example of how Alessi's products can be everyday objects but used in a playful manner. So last but not least is the Itsumo Teacup Set. And the Itsumo Teacup Set is designed by renowned Japanese industrial designer Naoto Fukasawa. And he is kind of like the master of making everyday objects seamless and well integrated into everyone's daily life. The objects feel essential, effortless, and just extremely natural to use. Some of his works you might know from brands like Muji, where he designed the wall-mounted CD player. He's also collaborated with Herman Miller, B&B, Italia, and a lot of Japanese tech companies like Sony. Fukasawa's approach to design is labeled as without thought. And what this means is that products should be used without a train of thought. You make a move and the product should work with you. There's no flashy instructions or weird software interfaces. The Itsumo Teacup Set I originally liked because of the patterning shown throughout the whole piece. This kind of deep, rich blue abstract shapes are all around the saucer and the teacup. And yeah, it's just a nice design piece to have around in your house whenever you're drinking coffee or tea. It just reminds you of how beautiful everyday objects can be. So what do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me nerd out about 5 Alessi products that I love to use every day, and talking about the designers and philosophies behind each object. All the products you saw today is available now and can be purchased on BrandsWalk.com. And make sure to sign up to the newsletter because you'll be able to get 15% off any item from our site. So make sure to get that going. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.